Alright, been a few days. You know, I get riled up about stuff and then I make a video and then I don't want to put it up because, you know, I don't really like getting all riled up about stuff because not a whole lot you can do about it anyway. But, and, you know, we'll deal with it when it comes, right? We'll deal with it when it comes. So, now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this video, which will be on this guy, which I just inherited, basically. A buddy of mine brought it by and said, "This is yours." And I said, "Okay, sure you want to part with it?" "Yeah." "Okay." Offered to sell it for him, but it is what it is. You don't want it? Fine. I'll try it out, and I'll put it in my toolkit for wood, chopping, because that's really all it's good for is wood chopping. So we're gonna go ahead and do this video on this thing, on this chopper, this wood splitter. And then we'll come back into some other videos. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, guys. A lot of stuff. And today's the quote unquote No Kings Day, so we'll have a video on that too. It won't be in this video, but I had a good laugh earlier because I went into town and all the clowns were gathering. Okay, so let's get on with this video. So my buddy comes by and he says, I got this, was I think it was his dad's or his father-in-law's, I don't remember which, clearing out a bunch of junk, and he thought I'd like to have this. So I don't normally just like to take stuff from people because I'm not that kind of person where, you know, I mean, I got a lot of stuff as it is. I don't need everything. But, you know, reluctantly, I should say, I took this. It looks like an axe maul hybrid. So I remember these from a long time ago. I think they came out with these in like the mid-70s, called the Chopper 1. And it's made in USA. It looks like it may have had a fresh bit of paint over here and maybe here. Who knows? I mean, but these movable parts are not painted, so maybe not. I mean, it's really hard to say. But the Chopper 1, I have not tried it yet, but it does look like it would work. Just looking at the design. So it's got the handle of an axe. Generally, most mauls, splitting mauls, have a straight handle. The original axe handle was straight though, and that changed, I think, in about 1790 or 1820, right in there. The original axe handle was just a straight handle. And then it was changed to have this curvature and whatnot in there. Now, I just kind of pushed some wood out of this hole. Looked like they tried to make a hanging hole here. But it still had wood in there. It was not complete. And it's kind of rough. So I got my file. This is It's an actual axe file from Helco Work. So, made in Germany. Good file. So, this had a couple little rough edges on this here, so I took those off with the file. But, and then I got this little triangle file to push the junk out in the inside here. Okay. And kind of get some of that junk out of there. So I pretty much got most of that out of there already. So what I also got was this. And this is like a little sharpening stone type stone, but it's in this right here, this form that looks like for a bow drill divot, right? You can buy these at Harbor Freight. You know, you get packages of stones that go into the drill. So I thought, oh, you know, I could just go in there and smooth that out. You know, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and smooth that out. Okay. What are you doing that in your house for? Because I can. So actually is doing a pretty nice job. Now, I've got actual countersink bits, but I think they're in the cellar and I'm not going down there. Not now. Maybe later. I'm down there doing something else, I'll just grab them. But anyway, I kind of smoothed that up a bit. You only just really need a hole anyway, right? Maybe that doesn't sound quite right. Anyway, that's not bad. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of a project out of this. This company went out of business for a little while. And then it was really a homebrew business to start with. So this company went out of business for a little while. Got thrown on the back burner, so to speak. And then they, you know, people were kept looking around on the internet and everything for these, you know, that people wanted them. So they went back in business, basically. And you could buy parts for them. So you could buy these, and you could buy the pins, and you could buy the springs, and all this other little doodad stuff. You could buy all those things. So this has a patent number on here, which is good. So I sprayed everything down here with frog lube, you know, just to kind of give it a little lubrication. This one pin here is rusted, and so I may go ahead and buy a spring kit or something, maybe. I don't know. Not sure what's going on with this one, because I don't see a spring, but it does not seem to be wanting to come out of there either. I guess we'll find out. If I lose parts on the first couple of swings or something, it's because they were rusted and broke and fell out or whatever. But luckily there are parts kits available. But it's nice and tight, has a real wedge in there. It's all done up right. It looks really good. It's not loose at all. Yeah. So this should be kind of fun. So, you know, it only just needs a little bit of sharpening. Yeah, it doesn't need a lot of sharpening. Well, looks like this needs a little bit of sharpening. But this is for splitting, so it doesn't need to be super sharp. It just needs to be pretty sharp, you know. Yeah. So I think the first order of business is going to be to give this handle a little sanding. Maybe make it into a proper fawn's foot. You know, get rid of that angle there. Make it a proper fawn's foot. Sand it all down real good. The whole thing. Go ahead and linseed oil it. You know, let it soak in real good. Now, I might change out the handle though. It does have holes in here. Looks like maybe it's a possibility it got ate with some kind of a some kind of an insect. Maybe looks like it got at it. I may take it outside and throw it in the truck. I might just put a whole new handle on it just because. But yeah. Okay. Well, I think if I have to go ahead and get rid of this handle, get another one. I'll get another one from Missouri. There's a company there, House Handles. If I get another one and get a house handle put on here, and I think go ahead, maybe see about springs and stuff. Get a kit just in case, and go ahead. Maybe I think this was originally had silver paint on that, so I might redo that. And then put some linseed oil on top of it to keep it from scraping off. And maybe go ahead and put some Amsoil grease, synthetic grease in the springs. May do that. Wipe it all down real good. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, this is going to be a project. This is going to be a project. So, I may go ahead and take it for a couple of swings here in a few minutes, and then stick it back in the vehicle. Then go from there. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. But the chopper won. So this is kind of like a preliminary video on this. And we'll see what's going on. I may try to save that wedge in there because it looks like a nice wedge. We'll see. We will see. But I'm not too particularly happy about all these little holes in here, you know. Obviously that's from some kind of a wood eating or wood boring insect. So probably just get this back in the truck for now, because it ain't gonna eat the steel. Yeah. Don't know what's going on there. Don't want to find out. Yeah. Yeah. Chopper 1. Nostalgia. Yeah. When I was a kid, my splitting tool was a 6-pound maul. Nothing fancy. That's all there was to it. 6-pound maul. Alright. Come back at you in another one. So I'll see you there.